Out to Chris Sadeghi this morning. Chris, what are you seeing? I feel like we have some good news for folks.
Yes, Tashara, we do have some good news that you just mentioned. We've been out here all morning long as we've been seeing how they're cleaning up this scene, and it does look now like all lanes on the east and westbound sides, from what we can tell, are open. There's the big rig you mentioned. It looks like they have it turned in the right direction now. They'll still need to get the wreckers out there to get it out of the way. They've cleaned up some of that fuel spill, or still in the process. You mentioned the power lines. That's the westbound side. It has been flowing, I'd say, for 45 minutes or so now. And then the westbound side, which had been stalled up until about 10 minutes ago, now it is going as well. You can see those lights. Now over there on the frontage road, though, it still looks like they have it diverted. We mentioned there were some down power lines, so not completely open back yet. In fact, if I scroll just a little bit further over there, who do we see? I think that's Suzanne Bruner. She's got a good shot of where it's still shut down over there on the frontage road. I can see you from over here, Suzanne. What's it look like from your angle?
Yeah, Chris, we were out here right at 4 o'clock this morning when traffic was just backed up for miles. And where I'm at, looks like cars are now flowing on both sides of this interstate, which is great news for drivers. I know these cars were backed up for miles, but you can see crews are still working on the side of this interstate. What's interesting is when I pulled up, I was like, the power lines here were down, and I was a little confused because it was kind of dark. I couldn't see the accident scene across the street, but this is why. You can see the power lines down here. If you look across the street, crews are working the accident there. There's that semi truck and crews working on that power line right there. Again, all lanes now open, and you can see right here the westbound line still moving at a slow rate because, again, they've been waiting for about at least an hour just to get through. But this is what we're seeing out here. And right now I'm going to send things over to Tiffany Liu, who's joining us live from Plano with more on weather conditions out there. Tiffany, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Suzanne, we're off of 75 near Spring Creek Parkway right now, and there are a lot of cars on the road for traffic hours, but not a whole lot of traffic. There's no rain out here. We see a drizzle here and there, but otherwise things are looking great out here. It was a different story about an hour and a half ago, though. I want to show you guys some video that we got earlier from this exact spot that we were standing. There was some ponding on the highway, and when there was a little bit of a dip in where this road was, and you could see there was a lot of water there. Cars were kind of forced to slow down, causing a big splash in that area. Well, soon after we saw that, it took about 20 minutes and then it all drained out and it disappeared. But the roads are still wet. If we come back live out here to Plano, you want to take your time on the road this morning. I know the cars behind me are zipping right now, but you could see some standing water out there if you are heading out the door on your commute this morning. Send it back to you, Mark.
Yeah, thank you, Tiffany. As Greg mentioned earlier, my drive in this morning, just an absolute monsoon. Now that weather has moved out of where I was, but anytime there is severe weather in the forecast, a good reminder, download our app. You can track the radar yourself, get alerts about any watches or warnings, and the best part is, it is free.